Good morning and welcome back to the channel. So funny enough, when I made yesterday's video, because I just got finished telling you guys what was told to us, that she said it was going to take her 2 weeks, so like 10 business days, and then we would have to wait several more weeks after that, which we may still have to wait. I don't know. I'm just like, I'm amazed that that things are picking up a little bit quicker than I expected. And that's not a bad thing. It's a little like, oh gosh, I hope, like, my biggest concern is trying to make sure that we can get some of the babysitters that we've been interviewing and we've chosen, that we can try to get them certified for our home. Because that has been a process, trying to interview and trying to find people who are willing to learn about working with traumatized kids, and also who are aware that there's a lot of waiting involved. So our caregivers that we're trying to hire, we try to pick people who already have jobs. Stop. Come on. Come on. I just told you not to bark. Like, what's going on? I gave you, like, treats and everything. What's going on? Huh? You want to play with ball? Go get your ball. Go get it. Where is it? It's over there. We gotta turn on the light. Okay, go get your ball. Go get your ball. Go get your ball. Come on. Go get, no. Don't. Get that pug. Get that. No, not pugs. Don't get this stuff, pug. Okay. Ready? Ready? Ha 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 ha. Get it. Go get it. Ah, Liz. Buddy. Come here. Come here. What's going on with you? Crazy. Okay. Make sure my chicken's okay. So I totally forgot to bring out some chicken to defrost. So I'm like, ooh, I don't have any dinner. So there's that. So I've got to follow up with our caseworker to make sure we're getting on the ball with that, because if our home study is going to be submitted for review, gosh, this light. Ugh. Once again. Oh. Hi. Hi. You know, I think everybody likes seeing you. Hi. Yeah. Love you. You're such a good boy. Yes, you are. You're a goober. Come here. Go get that ball. Go get it. You almost got the pillows, you goofy. No, don't like the, oh, that's okay. All right. Yeah, you're. Oh my gosh. Oh, anyway, so follow up with my caseworker about the 3 ladies that we need to get certified for our home, because if our home study is being submitted this week for review by her supervisor, holy cow. Wow, we're moving fast. We're moving much faster. So last night I stayed up and I added the remaining items to our Amazon shopping cart, and I created our grocery shopping list on our H-E-B curbside, the online platform that they have. So for many of you, wherever you live, whatever your grocery store's thing is, what I love about H-E-B's curbside or delivery service is they let you create saved or save for later lists. My hair is kind of wild and crazy. I just washed it, so it's like fluffy and it's all over the place. But they let you create a save for later list, which I love. So I was able to go back and I was able to like add a whole bunch of items to one list. So whenever we know we have a placement coming in, all I have to do is transfer all the items to cart and pay, and I can either pick it up at curbside or have it delivered. But it will be pantry, freezer foods, you name it. Which that's the next thing I'm going to show you guys, the result of me cleaning out the pantry and the freezer. Okay, so I actually created a little space here for some extra things. I really cleaned out this space. I decided to keep the little propane tanks back there because if we have like a big storm and our electricity goes out, I want to be able to like have that, and I don't like it being in our garage. So I moved everything out so we can put extra like chips or Cheerios or whatever up here. Sean and I's things are up, and that's kind of our section. But this whole section is to basically stock up for the kids, which is good. So this will be for pantry, top shelf, and here, which is what we had before when we had our girls last year. And then of course there will be like a little space here for like pancake muffin mixes, things like that. And then the freezer, it's like so different. So I emptied out these two, moved our things down here. Of course there's an extra spot down there. Moved all of our stuff down, and they have this shelf, and this shelf. Though this will have a couple more meals here, but we had these left over, which these last forever. So yeah, so they have like 3 shelves and a few like little small things there. So, which is good. And then the refrigerator, basically just move things all over the place. But I definitely cleaned it up a lot. But yeah, so this turned out a lot better than I expected, which I'm very happy about. So that is ready to go. So we have our Amazon cart ready for purchase. We have our grocery list ready for purchase. I am about to go to our neighborhood's daycare and get updated pricing for the summertime and for their after-school programs in the fall, and have all of that information. And once I get that and I'm able to start kind of looking at our budget and figuring out how we want to start organizing like a schedule and kind of creating what I like to call, oh, hold on for a minute, out, crazy, no, oh, crazy, you know, so it'll help me kind of create a, kind of a temporary routine. It'll allow me to kind of see what day to day we can kind of look at, because my job in the summer will be different than in the school year, because hours change and whatnot. So, you know, knowing what the daycare costs are, and our babysitters know that we can only pay them a certain amount, you know, per hour. So that helps me kind of see what our schedule is going to be like. And so based off of my summer last year at my job, I'm able to kind of look at like a tentative schedule. That's the word I've been trying to find, tentative schedule. So anyway, this is just kind of a fun next stage update in our foster to adopt journey. If you are in the process of trying to foster or adopt or foster to adopt, like I said, sometimes things happen, and what I have learned in the past as a foster mom is it's better to have my lists. So like my carts, if you can have like a cart ready to go where all you have to do is just click and, you know, and purchase, and maybe it's a bulk order. You know, I may actually do, I know yesterday I just said we don't do bulk orders, but I may do a bulk order because we may look at our tax return, and after we've paid off a couple of small debts, you know, obviously I'm going to talk to Sean about it, but I may say, hey, look, can we take this small portion and just get all of the remaining items that, you know, you and I would like to have here, like certain books, certain bath toys. I'm trying to think what else. There are books, bath toys, and I was gonna order on Amazon the little like caboodle and like certain hair accessories and whatnot. But basically just order extra supplies like brushes and combs and certain deodorants and things like that. You know, goodnight Pampers. I mean, you just want to kind of have things stocked up. And so I think on my Amazon cart, that's like $250. I don't know. I'm still looking for deals, but if he doesn't feel comfortable, because that's something he and I do, if we talk about it, if he's not comfortable doing a bulk order, then I'll be like, okay, well, that's fine. Then I'll just kind of every week space it out. But with the grocery list, that will be kind of a bulk order, which is why I'm glad I created the list, which on the HEB website, you can do that and it's good to go. I did have a really great question. A person asked me yesterday, can you foster if you live in an apartment complex? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. So Child Protective Services, also known as CPS, in some states it is Department of Family and Protective Services, so DFPS. Some people just call it DPS, Department of Protective Services. I'm not sure. Everybody has a different acronym in their state, but whatever state you're in, whatever city you're in, you have a Child Protective Service agency. You're also going to have private foster and adoption agencies, and that's fine. I may do a video on the difference between the two. I don't know. We'll see. If you live in an apartment complex, if you live in a townhome, if you live in a rental, in a trailer home, if you have purchased your home, whatever you live in, the only thing that Child Protective Services is concerned about is the infrastructure, the security, and the stability of the house. They want to make sure, do you have running water? Do you have electricity? Are you dealing with any structural issues that need to be dealt with? Do you have hot water and cold water? Are you able to maintain residency long term? Because a foster case on average is 12 to 18 months. For some states, it can be up to 4 years. That's some states. So that's something you definitely need to find out from your from the state that you live in. You can even be in the military. You can actually be in the military, active military person, and you guys can foster or foster to adopt or adopt. But that depends on your state. That depends on the Child Protective Service agency. You need to go to orientation. The best thing I can tell you guys who are interested in fostering or fostering to adopt or adopting, go to an orientation. So go to your state's website and find Child Protective Services. Find out when their next orientation is. If for some reason, which I would be very surprised if somebody wrote, like, comment down below, if y'all don't actually, if your CPS in your state doesn't do an orientation, I'd be very surprised. If that's the case, then Google, foster to adopt agency in my area. Your area, obviously. So put in your zip code and whatnot, and then go to their orientation. Just because you go to orientation does not mean you have to sign any paperwork. You have to start any process. They're gonna want you to. They're gonna want to give you everything. But you guys, this is a big decision. So take your time. Go to many orientations and feel out each agency and place and feel what's a good fit for you guys. There are some agencies that have very specific requirements, such as the type of pets that you have, the type of jobs that you have. There are some agencies, mostly faith-based, that want the wife to be a stay-at-home mom, not working at all. There are some faith-based agencies that are like, we don't care. It's fine, whatever, part-time, full-time. So, and there are some non-faith-based agencies. Either way, there are so many different options, but no matter where you live, so long as it is a safe, hygienic home that is good and healthy and positive for children to come into, then you have nothing to worry about. The only thing that you're going to have to start doing is getting your home ready for a child that is not your own. So extra child protection and extra outlet covers and different ways of storing food and utensils and whatnot. I hope this was helpful for you guys today. If you guys have any other questions, such as what are other ways that people can foster to adopt, or what are some other things that people have to do to become foster to adopt parents, let me know. If there's enough comments or questions, I may actually just do a Q&A. Which would be so awesome. So I would definitely love to hear from you. Comment down below. Thank you so much for dropping by, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!